name is Courtney and welcome to my channel. I'm starting a YouTube channel to kind of document my life here on board for this contract. I am a dancer currently on the Coral Princess. This is my 4th ship. So I'm so excited to get started. I'm gonna take you through my journey here, and then afterwards, we'll see what happens afterwards. I was flown out of my home port, which was Orlando at the time. I am originally from Pennsylvania, but before getting back on a ship, I was actually in Orlando visiting friends and such like that. So the company actually puts you up in housing with other people from, it can be from your cast, or it could be from other casts that are there rehearsing as well. So I lived with 3 other dancers in my cast. So it was a 2-bedroom apartment, super nice, lovely apartments, lovely people. It was also such a fun time because you just get to bond with your cast and you make great memories being in rehearsal. We got bus passes, so we could walk to the rehearsal studio, which wasn't too bad of a walk, or we could use our bus pass and just take the bus to rehearsals. This is a little bit of what inside the studios look like. 5 shows we are learning for our contract, specifically for our ship. Just one of the rehearsal rooms. So we have the Secret Silk, we have On the Bayou, Disco, and we have Encore, and we have Spectacular. So I have actually done 2 out of these 5 shows previously on my other contracts. That was really fun to, have some new ones in there, but also ones that I'm familiar with. So that's really nice, as well as like our uniform on board. It's a really cute like tracksuit look. I love it. This is where all of the cast from like fleet-wide go to rehearse. So there could be 1 cast in there at a time, or there could be 10 casts in at a time. I mean, 10's a little exaggerating, but it's really fun because you do get to meet people from other casts, other fellow dancers and singers, and it's really cute because they have this little like whiteboard where each cast kind of like makes their own signature thing and then everyone signs it. So I think that is really cute, really special. That's kind of how it works. I'm not going to go into too much detail about how everything works. I will just give like a quick little rundown. So essentially we rehearse Monday through Friday, 9 to 5. They'll pull us in for like a Saturday morning rehearsal if needed, but primarily the weekends we had to rest our bodies and enjoy our time together in California. We essentially learn a show per week. We also have other little things called bumpers. So that would be our Sail Away celebration and Can't Stop the Feeling. And then we have like an 80s disco deck party bumper. When we go to Alaska, we have another bumper specifically just for Alaska called Klondike. Bumpers essentially just mean it's like 1 or 2 little dance numbers, not usually in the theater where we do most of our shows, production shows. So the Sail Away happens up on the top deck on the first day of every cruise to kind of like welcome guests on board. Yeah, that pretty much, I was gonna say that pretty much sums it up. Towards the end of the rehearsal process, we'll do a thing called Run Week, which essentially just means all the people from upstairs from the office usually will come down and we'll do like a run of the show, like a dress run of the show. So all the dancers and singers will all be in our blacks, we'll have makeup and hair done, and we will showcase our show to everybody there in the studios, and sometimes the other cast will come in and watch too, and it's a really fun time. That's kind of like the final performance before heading to the ship, where of course like once you get to the ship we do like tech runs and dress runs and all that, so we don't just get thrown up on stage and have to perform the next day. But yeah, that's kind of like the closing out of rehearsals of typically how it goes. So, I'm sure you're all aware, if you've watched the news at all, California did experience some wildfires. Princess was amazing at handling the situation. We did experience one that was somewhat nearby where we were located at, and the company just wanted to keep everybody safe, and out of caution decided to actually relocate us closer to Los Angeles, basically to an area where it was safe and there was no fire or anything. So it was a pretty crazy time there for a bit, but I'm so grateful and so thankful for how the company handled it. I felt so taken care of and so safe. They couldn't have handled it any better. So that was a little bump in the road there, but very grateful. We were safe with them. They weren't gonna let anything happen to us, and we packed up all of our stuff and we headed to a hotel for a few nights, and we made the best out of it. So yeah, a little unusual of a circumstance. Doesn't usually happen in rehearsals, but so then, actually, my mom came to visit me out in Santa Clarita, so that was so amazing. I mean, I'd only left her for it'd only been a few weeks, really. It was so nice just to have that special time with her. We made the most out of it. She came for a few days, and we did a lot in those few days. So I'm gonna show you right here everything that we did, because we had an amazing time. So yeah, just as you saw, we did Disneyland, we did California Adventure Park, we went to a market, met up with some distant family, and just really made the most out of our time together. I'm not gonna see her for the next 8 months, so, which is very long. I'm very close with my mother. I love her dearly. It's always hard leaving family for a long contract, always hard. I have the most supportive family and parents. I'm very grateful that they support me in what I love and what I do, and yeah, we have communication. There's texting, there's calling and all that. It's okay, but it was really nice to spend the time. We also celebrated a lot of celebrations during my time in rehearsals. Just the way the timing worked out. Again, doesn't always happen that there's this many celebrations, but we had birthdays, we celebrated Christmas, we celebrated New Year's, all the things. So yeah, here's just a little bit from all of our celebrations in the studios. Yeah, it was so cute. My parents sending me a little Christmas gift, opening that up, that was so fun. A Christmas card! Look! Aww. did some Christmas games that were so much fun. I think I need to make like a separate video for that because I filmed like the entire thing. I don't know if you've been seeing around on like social media, but all of like the Christmas Olympics and stuff, that's kind of essentially like what I try to do for my cast. So I like put it all together. I went out, bought decorations, did the whole thing. We had an incredible time. Like it turned out even better than I thought it was going to. So I think I'm gonna do a separate video just for the Christmas games because that was so much fun, and there's just so much content that I just like don't know how to put it all in here. So it's just gonna be a separate video. So stay tuned for that. And then who doesn't love bloopers? Get ready for videos from our time in California.
Do we really have to row? Are we supposed to be rowing?
Stay in your box.
I am in my box. You're trying to fake me out.
So overall, I would just like to say, as you can see here, I am now on the ship. It's been a crazy 2 months to say the least, but I'm so grateful for all of it. And I'm so excited to start this contract. These amazing people from all over the world, and you meet even more nationalities when you're on the ship. So it's so cool. It's one of the best things about working on a cruise ship is meeting people from all over the world and having friends from literally all over the world. So yeah, now I'm on board. I'm actually in a guest room at the moment. I'm not in my cabin that I'll be living in for the next 8 months because other casts that we are taking over from, who have been on here for like a year already, they're still on board. So they're still in their cabins, and then they will leave after this first cruise is over, and then we will kind of just take over. So we'll move into their cabins then, and then yeah, we'll officially be like, you know, the new cast. We do go through a process on board called install. It varies with the length of it depending, I mean, there's a lot of factors depending on how many shows you have to put up, how much time you get to put up the shows like in the theater and stuff. Obviously you're on a cruise ship, so cruise is still going. So obviously there's going to be entertainment and stuff going on around the ship, specifically in the theater as well. So we have to work around the schedule, which is totally fine, but it just means that, you know, we might get 2 hours today to go rehearse, but then, you know, tomorrow we might only get 1 hour in the theater, or we could get like 5 hours in the theater. You just don't know. And that's why it's kind of, it can be a little lengthy of a process. You know, we'll open one show at a time kind of deal. I think we'll be in install for a bit. My plan on my YouTube channel is definitely going to be to document as much as I can of here, but also respecting, you know, the company's policies and all that kind of stuff. Install, it's a really busy time, really busy time for us. I will not be able to post regularly while install is happening, but I did really want to get out like this initial video, this rehearsal video out to kind of start it off. It will be very inconsistent for the next few weeks, but then once we get into routine and all of our shows are put up and everything's kind of normal, I guess, I plan to do this regularly and really just try and show you guys like my life. I've always wanted to do something like this, document kind of my life and share it with other people. Really excited. I hope you guys are all excited too, and I hope you follow me on this journey. I think it's going to be amazing. So yeah, I hope to see you guys in my next video, and thank you for tuning in. And subscribe, like it, comment, whatever you want to do is great. I appreciate all the support from all of you. I'm sure there's not too many of you right now because it's the first video, but hopefully down the line. But even just one person, 2 people, it doesn't matter. I appreciate it. I will see you in my next video.